Alright, welcome to the live stream, everyone. We're back again. We've had a bit of a break. We had to go away. We didn't have to go away. We went on holiday for a little bit, so I wasn't streaming, but we're back and back to regular content here this weekend. We're going to be doing some back testing, looking at crypto over the weekend, but for today we're going to look at our final day of the Forex markets before the weekends, which is this Friday. And yeah, basically just going to look through a couple of scalps, go through some back tests, and basically just make our trading better in general. So I'm going to switch to the trade window now. What's going on? Hope everyone's good. And yeah, so basically we're going to be looking at, I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller today. There we go. So basically we're going to be looking at supply and demand today, smart money concepts, and basically just making sure that we can get ourselves some fun coupons for the next weekend. So actually we're going to jump in here with NAS. Okay, NAS is looking kind of tasty at the moment, and the reason for that, and I didn't want to do that. Oh dear. Yeah, so the reason for that is that we've got this area of supply on the 15-minute. Alright, the 5-minute that is down here, we have just taken off on the 3-minute there. Ideally, I'd like price to come down into this 5-minute zone, mostly because it's a tighter stop. Alright, we have pushed up a little bit on the 5. We haven't got an entry for myself yet. I think that we're probably going to wick down, and then touch into this zone. So we're going to add an alert here. And the reason I've gone and marked this zone out is that we've been in a downtrend for a very long time now. We've had a bit of consolidation, pushed down again, and we've had this area overnight of this sort of building up accumulation before we had another push down. But we've just created the new higher high, which we haven't done for a little while now, if you have a look. Apart from this one here, from this point there's been no new higher highs really, and I think it's time that we're going to start looking for a push up again. It is currently here 1:08 in the afternoon here in the UK, so the New York Stock Exchange hasn't opened yet, so this trade is going to be potentially one to wait for the next 20 minutes or so until the New York Stock Exchange does open, because I don't really want to hold trades during the open, especially on the NAS, because NAS has huge fluctuations depending on news, depending on what's going on. So I'm going to get rid of this other box because I really want price to come into this zone down here. Alright, as you can see from this zone, we've had this huge push up, breaking a structure to the left. So this is a zone of interest for me. So if we can create a wick here, push down in, hopefully wait another 24 candles before we make a change, then that's what we're going to be looking for there. The SP 500 is looking similar. Okay, we've got a similar setup down here. We've got this demand zone creating large buying pressure, the largest buying pressure for a while since up here. Okay, this was more of a minor pullback rather than this zone holding. You can see some buyers tried at this point, but industry just pushed price down even more. One more interesting thing about this is that the fact that we've slowed down for a long time, we've also got these huge gaps, these imbalances in the market to fill all the way up. So there's a chance that price is going to come back up over today and start to fill these gaps and potentially start moving up overall. We also have the chance of prices keep on coming down. So we have got gaps below on the 4-hour, but for what we'd be looking for, it would be a scalp, where we're literally going to be potentially looking for something that goes, something literally like this. That's all we're going to be looking for, just a quick scalp on NAS. Okay, so hopefully we're going to see a nice reaction, hopefully not continue down, sorry. And yeah, so that's NAS. We were looking at CAD, and unfortunately missed that damn entry because that was nice. Could have an entry on the 15, to be fair. Reason for this one was 5-minute 5 minutes, we've got this area, supply area, which pushed the price down quite dramatically. Break in recent structure, a break in structure to the left, minor structure and major structure to the left there. We haven't created a new higher high yet. This high has been here for a while, so potentially this could have been a good sort of one-to-one buy here, but this area of demand could act as heavy demand to push price up even further, so it's not the best setup. Anyway, I'm going to shut up for a bit, and we're just going to look for these charts. And if everyone's there and you want to chat in the chat, say what's up, makes this a whole lot easier. This is a trade we entered earlier, okay, or USD. This is a scalp. Reason for the scalp, as you can see, big downward trend for a while. We've come up into a zone on the 15-minute, which created supply zone, which created large selling pressure. We tapped just into the zone, creating a nice price action candle wick there, showing that there is resistance from the zone. We entered on the break of the candle low, and our stop loss is just above the candle high there, so we're going for a 10.39 to a 10.39 one-to-one risk to reward. So we'll watch how this one plays out. Hopefully we can get some profiteering here. We are in profit at the moment, but only by a pip or so. So fingers crossed that we can keep pushing down. And yeah, so we'll see how it's going. We're setting an alert down here, bottom of this candle, so if we get down there we know that stuff's going good. Keep on looking. Basically, all I'm looking for is supply and demand setups. Very rarely will I do support and resistance and break of support and resistance. But if I do see a nice clean setup for that, we potentially might look at those, but it's very rare. Okay. So we've got a zone of interest here. Okay, so you can see we've got this high volume zone here, and that high volume zone created a leg, a rally, a base, a rally, and if price can come to this zone again, which is there already, we could see a reaction off here, because this zone eventually pushed price up. Didn't break structure immediately, but it did push price up and then create a new higher high, which will should broke major structure to the left. So we could get a reaction here. We might not get a full reversal, but we could get a nice one-to-one reaction, because price could still come down and come to this point, this zone here. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so we've got a bit of a correlation on the euro here, the euro indice. 15 minutes until New York Stock Exchange opens. Chappy looking tasty here. Real tasty. Let's see what a 15 minute looks like. Alright, so if we get a break on this 15-minute candle here, we're going to go for a buy. Let's look at the Jappy. Yeah, Jappy. Okay, so what we got here, we've got a supply zone, 5 minute or 15 minute, but the 5 minute we drew it in on. Okay, we can see this zone here, created this large amount of pressure up here. Could have already entered, to be fair, on the break of this candle, but we're going to wait for the 15-minute break. 15-minute break looks like cleaner price action to me. I've already had a break. So this is what we're going to be watching from now on. Okay, GB Jappy's looking nice. GJ is looking nice. This is a trade we had earlier today, GU. Okay, this was actually a breakout trade. So we had this area of support here. Alright, and then we saw that price broke out of that support in this area. Okay, so I went for the buy. Price just below the recent candle low before the breakout. And yeah, we took a nice 28 pips there, which was real nice this morning. So we're looking for GJ to do a similar thing. Of course, this might break through and then the trade's invalid. We won't be entering it. Another nice looker here on NZD CAD. Got this zone here. We haven't tapped into it yet, so there's no trade. Put an alert on there. Missed a good setup here on NZ Shift though. Had this supply area, we supplied the market heavily. Price came back up to retest it. Got a beautiful break of recent candle structure, making an engulfing candle. That would have been a really nice one-to-one already. But unfortunately didn't catch that. We've also got the same setup here to the left. Okay, super easy to make money in this type of market. Literally just bouncing from zone to zone. Potential here too on USD. Pushing down to the downside. We've still got some downside moves to go. We have tapped into it though, so this could be the spring for a continuation. So it might not be the best move here. So we'll keep an eye on UJ there, but so this is a gold trade we had earlier. We actually did take some profit out down here. Before it just flung up, and so we took break even for 20%, took 80% profit down just at the top of this zone here. I was going to target all the way down, but didn't quite work out. And we're also looking at the NAS still, but we're waiting for NAS for the New York Stock Exchange to open. The ES has come into zone. So what I might do, can I get 4 charts up? I forget. No, can only have 2 at the moment. So let's get GJ. Okay, GJ is not looking so tasty anymore. So let's keep the ES up. GJ looking on 215, we could still push up. We haven't closed below the zone yet. What else are we looking at? CAD, SHIF, EU. Nine minutes till New York Stock Exchange opens. It's not something, this could be a setup around here, playing up, but as I say, we've got 9 minutes to wait, so we're going to wait for the stock exchange to open.
You guys.
How's our AU trade doing? It's doing okay. Now I'm going to have to keep an eye on this one because I don't want, as I say, the exchange to tamper with profits. Okay, that's nice. So we've got NAS has just dropped into the zone here. Alright, so we've touched our zone now, so now what we're going to be looking for is that break to go above. Alright, so we're on the 5 minute on this chart, 15 minute over here. The GY trade's pretty well gone out the door for me. The only other thing we can look at now is this zone, which has liquidity just above where these highs are, so we could come dip into this zone and then look to go up, but it's becoming not so important for me now. We'll put a little marker here so then we know if price comes into that zone again, which you can see pushing down pretty hard. All eyes at the moment on AU. Why is AU not showing with my charts? We'll start there. BJ's given the signal, but okay, 5 minutes to open. I really hope that we don't get a signal on the NAS here for I ideally would like this to come back down and play a little bit more and then see what the open's going to do for price. I don't think we're going to push up too much from this. We're going to create a wick down, I think. The annoying thing is if this breaks this high, this is a signal for me to enter the market, but I don't know. See price getting a little bit volatile now. We'll get about We're about 4 minutes away from open, so we're not going to enter the market on anything just yet. What's AU doing now? AU's kind of hovering at the moment, which isn't ideal. Let's look at AU on this chart. So it's got everything saved. Let's go see what GJ's up to. Three and a half minutes now till the open. I mean, this is looking really nice on AU. Sorry, the NAS. It's looking really nice. And AU's not looking too disfavourable. We closed about a wick here, showing downward pressure. I don't mind if price pushes up a little bit. I'd like the candle to flip bearish, come down, fill this gap here before we enter this supply zone. But we are in an overall downtrend, so let's see. The only thing that could go against us here is open wants to push up and retest this zone a little bit more. But I'm going to stick with it. I'm pretty confident with my choice there. We've got 2.5 minutes now until open. So the ES is pushed down quite heavy, so as you can see the ES and the NAS are quite strongly correlated. The charts look fairly similar. The NAS, I prefer, it just moves more in my favour, or at least it seems so. We've also got US 30, but I don't like US 30. Okay, we've got 1 minute 49 seconds now until US Open. Let's just have a quick look at everything else, see what's going on. Let's just set up there. So AU's looking quite promising, but if AU goes up, then AJ goes up, AU's going to go up. So one minute to open. We're going to watch AU, AJ, and the NAS. Okay, so you flip bearish there, that's kind of what I wanted. "30 seconds. I also don't want to enter really in the first sort of 5 minutes. These are not the first 5-minute candle of the open, especially on NAS, because it can go like this one where it's just kind of confused. We have got some news at 3 o'clock today. Nothing too nuts, really. We don't have any news for NAS today, though. Here it goes. Right, so we're first candle open for New York Stock Exchange. Let's have a look at AJ. What's AJ doing? AJ's chilling. Put an alert here. So bearish at the moment. Let's see what they decide to do here. If the DAXI comes down, so will NAS. And if the DAX goes down, Euro will go up. Okay, getting a nice movement on AU, just breaking a new low, which is kind of good. What's GU doing? GU hasn't been affected too much, it never really is. AU's looking pretty good. Just need that to keep pushing down. Okay. ES is doing the same. You see this level's holding, right? Not on ES. ES has broken structure there. But we're not trading the ES, we're trading the NAS. So there we go. EU's pushing down nicely. AU, sorry. Haven't any trades here. Don't mind if this breaks through, just means this area is invalid and we move on. You can see both of them pushing down. Dollar is weak on this open. And the DAX's pushed up pretty high. I know we were on the 5, weren't we? When we looked at it last. Back to AU. Alright, so I'm going to actually close 80% now of this position. And I'm going to bring the stop loss to break even, so I'll just make a little note of that. Just because we filled this nice big gap here, we got a bit of traffic now, which could cause a bit of a sideways. So I'm just going to bank that move. We've just banked 7 pips. Alright, so then stop loss is going to come to break even, which is at 876. So now if price does come back up to this line here, we are going to be stopped out for nothing. But we've already taken our profit off the table from those original 7 pips, which is nice. Alright, so we're going to keep pushing down. Now anything that keeps pushing down now is just pure risk-free profit. Alright, if we do start to break these lows down here, then I'm going to bring the stop to TP1. But that's a successful trade on AU. TP1. 80% closed. Stop at break even. How's AU doing? AJ, sorry, yeah, so AJ didn't want to hold that position. We probably would have got a rebound before the New York Stock Exchange from this price action here, but we just didn't want to give it. And as you can see, the Aussie against the dollar is looking pretty weak. So Aussie against the Jappy is also pretty weak, which is fair. Okay, so this trade, this area here hasn't invalidated yet for me. Okay, we haven't actually closed. This candle doesn't want to close below. You can see it tried and it's got pushed back up. So now if we can get a break above this candle here, because we've got the next candle opening now, then we're going to be looking for some buy entries. Let's wait and see. Now remember, this is risk-free now. Okay. Okay, while we've got that running, let's go back to full screen. See what else we got going on. Okay, so we could look at a double entry here. What do we get? This is the one. High, lower high, higher high. Right, actually, we might look at something here. So if we do get a break and close below the zone, you can see this was a resistance, then it became a support. It hasn't actually closed below. Right, if we do close below with this candle or start to push down below, then we could look for a sell here, and that will confirm that price wants to keep going down because we've just broken a pretty strong resistance and structure, which you can see was resistance once, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. If we break through again, it's likely that the price is going to keep coming down. We've also got break of structure here, and also, as you've seen, Aussie pairs have been weak, so let's see if this candle closes below. This is going to be a nice entry. We're not going to enter unless we get a close below though. It. Price wants it. Let's look at it. Two minutes on this candle. I'm going to go for a sell here on AutoCAD. We flip bearish. We're going to bring our stop. Could have stopped previous candle high. I think we're going to go for that for a 1-to-1. Okay, filling these gaps here. So stop loss 871. It's pushing down nicely. This will be our TP1. Okay, let's get double screen out again. AU still pushing down, which gives me a nice sort of bit of confluence that this is going to keep coming down too. But now we're going to look for potential trade on NAS. See, if NAS breaks this high, or this next candle high on the next candle, how's the 15-minute looking? Oh, that 15 is looking nice. So we're going to enter on the 15-minute. If the 15-minute candle breaks this high, which is going to close in 5 minutes time, in fact. So let's see. I'm tempted if this flips bullish, then we're going to go for it. AU pushing down nicely. So it'd be nice if this pushes bullish. So just going back to this AU trade, just want to say the reason why we've been in. So we had this area of supply, which broke structure in the past. We did have an initial reaction off it, which I wanted to take, but I didn't take it because I knew that New York Stock Exchange was going to open soon. Wanted to wait for that. We then came back a little bit late, and the ideal entry would have been the break of this candle here on the second touch, showing these wicks, but we missed it. So the best thing for us to do then was to look for where we could get in, and where we could have got in was this resistance, which then became support. And then if we broke through that support, then I was going to look for the sells, because that tells me the price is going to break through the structure to keep pushing down, potentially come down to this supply zone here, and then maybe even push on further more. We've also got confluence that AU is pushing down as well with our previous trade. This trade we've taken TP1, 80% of the initial input out. We've got 20% running risk-free, stop losses at break even. So that is looking real nice. CAD is pushing down. We're about 50% into profit. We're gonna have a little bit of a play now because we've got Wick City over here, but I think that we could potentially, see price keep coming down, as we are also in a downtrend while breaking structure here. We've got some gaps below, and overall in the higher time frames we are on a downward trend, and all the odd pairs are okay. We're getting some action here on AU. It has flipped bullish, so if we can get a nice flip here, then we're going to be going in. There it goes. We've entered the market. Okay. Cool. So let's just draw in our zone. We entered just on the break there, so we pulled back a little bit. We're going to put stop below this previous candle low, or the recent candle low. Target him 1-to-1 there for our nice scalp. So we've got our entry. Get rid of this now because we're open. Okay, we've got 2 minutes left of that 15-minute candle to close as well, which is looking super clean. All right, got that huge rejection from this zone. This zone wants to hold, or at least it's showing to me that it does. You can see we're pushing up now. Just going to put in some zones here, some stop losses even. Okay, all trades are in profit still. We still got AU running. Oh, look at that push. Look at that push, man. This zone really wanted to hold. Okay. So just running over the trades we're in. We've got AU running. Actually, so we've got AC running. Odd CAD, okay, running quite nicely. Still nowhere near take profit, but price has broken through the zone which we discussed, and we entered on an impulse buy as we broke. This candle here was flipping bullish, then flipped bearish. So once we broke through quite strongly, we entered the market. Stop is above the previous candle high. We're going for a 1-to-1. Then we're going to let it run. Okay, GJ is coming back up in. GJ's did react from that zone, as I said. We've taken out liquidity on these lows here. We're not going to enter that. We've got 4 trades running. That's enough for the moment. The reason why I've said I've got 4 trades running is on NAS. I've got 2 lots running. Okay, so we've got 1 to come out here. The other we're going to let run. And then we got AU running, which was left from before, which was we entered. Let's go on this one, which we entered on a different trade. Different earlier. We're now reacting from the supply zone. Alright, so what I might do is I'm going to take the rest out. I'm going to take that profit, because if we do come up, then yeah, it's a bit of a loss. So I'm going to take that. So we're now out of that trade completely. Yeah, we could keep pushing down, but I want to take the money. I'm happy with the amount. So we're good. So we're just going to let AC run. Alright, and then we're going to watch the NAS as well. Naz is going to play with us, but what we have got, if we go to a smaller time frame now, we've now got a break of structure here. So let's see what happens. Now, of course, this could completely just take up, stops, be taken out. AU is pushing real nice on the left there. What's CAD saying? Okay, so CAD could be our next entry. On 5, got this high buying pressure here, breaking structure. We've got some gaps above to come up to this zone. So we haven't filled that yet. So let's see. There we go, we're nearly at TP on AU. Let's watch over here. We're going to take 80% now, because I'm not going to wait just in case it doesn't. There we go, we got it anyway, but we're still running here. Profit is at 799. Sorry, break even's at 799. So stops now, break even, 80% closed, stop, B, E. Fantastic. Just gonna wait for Naz now. It's playing a little bit of well, doesn't want to do what we want it to do. We have come down to retest this low, maybe creating a double bottom. Or we could get stopped out, and if we get stopped out, then that's fine. That's just how it works. Looks like we're going to been stopped out at one position, stopped out the other position. So we got stopped out there. Okay, Naz wanted to hold a little bit, but in the end, price got pushed down, which is a shame. Perhaps we could have, well, we could have had our stop below the previous candle high. Maybe we got a 1-to-1 then, but we targeted up here. And as you can see now, we're rejecting. What I think we've just done is had a liquidity grab from this zone, taking out these lows. But hey, we're still up for the day, and that's all that matters. So, looking good, looking good. Board CAD went right down to take profit there. So now we're just chilling. So now what we're going to do, we're going to wait for... How's AU looking? GU was pumping. We could look at GU now that we're out of these trades. I say NZD CADs are NZD CAD is what we're looking for right now. So we've got 43 seconds till this breaks. We've got a nice price action candle away. We've got gaps up here to fill. Okay, just here before this zone, especially on the 15-minute, I believe. Ooh. So we've got a big gap here to fill. So let's see how this plays out. This could be our next trade. I still think Naz is going to hold this area. I really do. You might look for another entry on Naz. Price comes up, go back to here. Okay, next candle is alive. Okay, so we're going to wait potentially for a 15-minute change now. NZCAD. Going in. Okay, reason why we got that price action here, we've just broken above. Oh. Go for our 1-to-1 as always, and then extended target up to here. Okay. So reason for the entry here, we've got this area up here which we haven't mitigated yet. We're in a upward trend, and we have been for a while now. Okay, we have created a breaker structure here, but I feel that price wants to come and mitigate this price up here, take out this liquidity, and then push down to create new lower lows, and then come and take out this little gap here. Okay, we have pushed up nicely into profit now. We've got this minor demand zone creating breaker structure to the minor side here, and we've also got a nice price action candle here with a break of the candle high, and now we're pushing up. We're going to be aiming up here for about 10 pips. Good. Go, so that trade then, we took out our 1-to-1, we just stopped at break even now, so that's alright, that's nice. Taking our 80%, that's a prime example why we take 80%, especially down there. Look at that tip to the perfection. We are probably going to come back down now. This is just a retracement, but retrace back into our break even, retesting this support, well, this resistance, which was support. And we're pushing back down. As you can see, if we go on the 1 minute, it's going to look a little bit, yeah, still quite nice. But anyway, we're out of that trade, that's fine. We're on NZD CAD now. Let's see this baby keep on going up. Once this trade plays out, that'll be the end of the stream today. Just warming away back into it. I want to try and do an hour stream each day. I can see that we've had absolutely no one here, which is epic. But that's how it starts out, right? You've got to talk to yourself before you talk to people. Show your worth. So we've had a good day. We had a good trade on AU. We had a good trade on Aussie CAD. We had a bad trade on NAS, which we went into profit, but didn't quite reach our first TP. But that's how it goes. And yeah, it just wanted to keep on coming down. We can see the reaction here, but we just didn't get as much as we wanted to, which is a shame. But hey, that's what it is. So now we're just playing on NZD CAD right now. We just want this to fly up to TP1 there, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, that candle's flipping bullish, which is what we want to see. Alright guys, well it seems that the stream has died, so technical difficulties, we're going to end the stream there. Thank you for coming, if anyone was here. The result of this trade will be put on our Instagram at IronFXinvest. So if you head over there, you can see how it ends up. Thanks very much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.